So here's the 6-foot V-type pull-type snowblower in the back of my truck. Went to Moose Jaw and picked it up yesterday and brought it back home. It's got some good bones to it, but it also has some suspect fabrication and welding on it. I'll just give you a close look at it here, and then once I get it unloaded and on the shop floor, we'll give you some more look at it. The local mule deer is helping me inspect it, making sure I do it safely, and we'll no doubt get out of the way once I want to get it off the truck. So once I get it on the floor, I'll give you some more photos and exactly what we're going to do with this over the next week, and then probably do a complete redo on everything in the summer after the winter. Here we are, hooked up with a block and tackle, a chain hoist. Going to get it out of the truck into the shop. And we can start working on it. It's New Year's Eve 2023, and I bought this 6-foot snowblower a couple of days ago from a farm south of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. So I've had 4 of these over the years. They were made by various manufacturers, Inland, Erskine, various others. Of the V-type, pull-type blowers, these ones are the best. They have the best snow movement through them. They also have the widest chute to allow the snow out. So you can either blow left or right. It's missing the trip handle right now. So this one has had a rough life. It's got some dents, but the bones are good. I've refurbished 4 of these in the last, 35 years, and they always turn out well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video on getting this thing operational again. We're not going to do too much to it this year, just going to get it so that it works, and I can put it on TEA Ferguson, where I've got a 7-foot one of these on, and the 7-foot is just a little too big for the Ferguson. This one's a 6-foot, so we'll show you what's going on here. This 3-point hitch assembly here at one time was a foot longer. I've got exactly the same blower on the back of my Kubota. So what somebody did is they cut the pipes, butt welded them back together. Looks like they did it with a car battery sitting out in the field, because not very good welding. And then they cut these supports. So what that did is it brought the 3-point hitch quadrant back a foot, which tucked the whole snowblower a little closer in to the tractor, and probably made it easier to maneuver in and around stuff that was in the way. So I'm going to leave all of this. I'll clean this up next summer, but just going to leave this for right now. PTO shaft looks to be in good shape. I'm going to pick up a quick release yoke that's got a shear bolt in it. I've done that to all the ones. You don't want to twist the PTO shaft inside your transmission. It's got collars on the bottom pins, upsizing it from a category 1 to a category 2. I'll take that collar off of there on both sides. The front shoes on both sides, from running into whatever, are all bent. straighten those out. I'll put some support in there. Same thing with the rear shoe. We'll straighten that out. The chute needs some work. It's the spring and mechanism that holds it one way or the other, that's all busted up. The chute itself, it's all bent out of shape, so I'll take that off, straighten it out. For some reason, on the other side here, they decided that it was a good idea to cut this out. And I'm thinking they might at one time had that laid over so when it blows snow to this side, it comes out better. But that only works when you're blowing it to the left. These blowers actually blow to the right better. So I'll fix that up. So we're just going to work on it, get everything in working condition. We'll run it for the winter. And then next spring, I'll fix all of this ugliness here. So, I'll show you what I'm doing in this video to get it operational. So I was going to replace both pillow block bearings next spring. This still works. But I got this up and this one at the rear has been brazed. So, I'm here now. We'll take off both bearings, this one and the one in the front. I haven't looked at it yet, but we'll replace those because I'm going to do it again eventually. We'll replace both of them because I was going to do it eventually anyways. So this skid plate at the rear of the blower, when I tried to straighten it out, it was worn thin and it broke right off. So I'll get another piece of 3" by 1/4. We'll make a new skid. We'll weld it on the bottom. We got the new rear skid plate done, welded in place. Just did one more weld down there to do. We'll put some primer on that and we're done with the back end, and I'll go to the 2 side shoes. So the right side cutting edge, the backing plate was broken away and separated from the wing. I've been banging it in with a sledge. Now I've got it all clamped up. Going to weld it. So I use some pipe clamps to pull it in a little bit and take any flex out of that moldboard on that side, and then I can weld the backing. I think it's 1.5" by 1/4 steel in, and that should hold it stiff. We'll see. I've pulled in that right moldboard and welded up the backing plate there, and we straightened it out. It's sitting just above the ground, so we're in good shape now. I just bent both front shoes over, and I'll be taking those off and making new ones there also. No point in fooling around and trying to make them good out of this mess. So we'll do that. I haven't got the material for them, but I'll pick up the material tomorrow and put some new shoes on them. So I'm making the two front skids for the front of the blower. I've already made one, got it bent. That's 3-inch flat. It won't fit into my metal bender, so using a little bit of heat persuasion. So we'll get this one heated up and bent into shape, and then we'll put some hardening welds on the bottom of them and then install them on the snowblower. The two front skid plates are done. Tomorrow I'll put some hardening welds on the bottom of them and then attach them to the snowblower. Well, the blower has two new front shoes on it. And the next thing we're going to tackle is the chute. As you can see, somebody did some cutting with a torch, and I'll have to bend that back in shape. Do some welding. That's the next project on this.